Interest in Bitcoin is red hot at the moment. It's impossible to open a website, listen to a podcast, or watch a video in the financial space without hearing about the meteoric rise in the price of Bitcoin. Maybe you know a Bitcoin millionaire who bought 500 Bitcoins a few years back for 50,000 and is now sitting on a Bitcoin fortune worth over 2 million. It's true, those people actually do exist. Yet the crypto hysteria is distracting you from a scary truth no one is talking about. There is every indication that governments, regulators, tax authorities, and global elite are moving in for the crypto kill. The future of Bitcoin may be a dystopia in which Big Brother controls what is called the blockchain and decides when and how you can buy or sell anything and everything. Furthermore, cryptocurrency technology could be the very mechanism used by global elites to replace the dollar-based financial system. In 1958, Mao Zedong, leader of Communist Party of China and China's dictatorial leader, was confronted with demoralized intellectuals and artists who were alienated by communist rule. As a policy response, he declared a new policy of intellectual freedom. Mao declared, "The policy of letting 100 flowers bloom and 100 schools of thought contend is designed to promote the flourishing of the arts and the progress of science." This declaration is referred to as the 100 Flowers Campaign. The response to Mao's invitation was an enthusiastic outpouring of creative thought and artistic expression. The 100 Flowers movement was a trap for those who placed their trust in the state. Was also a taste of things to come in the form of the much more violent and comprehensive Cultural Revolution of 1964 to 74, in which all traces of Chinese bourgeoisie culture and much of China's historical legacy were eradicated. Libertarian supporters of blockchain celebrate this lack of governmental control, yet their celebration is premature, and their belief in the sustainability of powerful systems outside government control is naive. Something similar is going on with Bitcoin and the distributed ledger technology, distributed ledger technology. Governments have been patiently watching blockchain technology develop and grow outside their control for the past 8 years. Governments don't like competition, especially when it comes to money. Governments know they cannot stop blockchain. In fact, they don't want to. What they want is to control it using powers of regulation, taxation, and investigation, and ultimately more coercive powers, including arrest and imprisonment of individuals who refuse to obey government mandates with regard to blockchain. Blockchain does not exist in the ether despite the name of one cryptocurrency, and it does not reside on Mars. Blockchain depends on critical infrastructure, including servers, telecommunications networks, the banking system, and the power grid, all of which are subject to governmental control. A group of major companies, all regulated by government, have announced a joint effort to develop an open-source blockchain as a uniform standard for all blockchain applications. The group includes J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, State Street, Swift, Cisco, Accenture, the London Stock Exchange, and Mitsubishi UFJ Financial. That's not exactly 5 guys in hoodies working in a garage. That's a sign of the corporate state consortium taking over. An elite U.S. legal institution called the Uniform Law Commission, ULC, that proposes model laws intended for adoption in all 50 states, has released its latest proposal called Uniform Regulation of Virtual Currency Businesses Act. This new law will not only provide a regulatory scheme for state regulators, but will also be a platform for litigation by private plaintiffs and class action lawyers seeking recourse against real or imagined abuses by digital coin exchanges and facilities. Once litigation begins, anonymity is the first casualty. Cryptocurrencies and the super elites plan. Consider the following additional developments. On August 1st, 2017, the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, announced guidance on regulation of initial coin offerings. On August 1st, 2017, the World Economic Forum, host body to the Davos Conference of Global Super Elites, published a paper entitled 4 Reasons to Question the Hype Around Blockchain. On August 7th, China announced they will begin using blockchain to collect taxes and issue electronic invoices to citizens. The International Monetary Fund has weighed in. In a special report dated June of 2017, the IMF had this to say about blockchain. Distributed ledger technology, DLT, in particular, would spur change in the financial sector. DLT can be categorized as permissionless or permissioned, depending on who can participate in the consensus-driven validation process. IMF releases require expert translation because they are never written in plain English and the real meaning is always hidden between the lines. But the thrust of this report language is clear. The IMF favors permissioned systems over open schemes. The IMF also favors control by a pre-selected group of participants or one organization, rather than allowing anyone to participate. These and other developments all point toward an elite group, including the IMF, JP Morgan, the Davos crowd, the IRS, and the SEC, and other agencies converging to shut down the existing freewheeling blockchain ecosphere and replace it with a permissioned system under consortium control. Big Brother is coming to the blockchain. Thank you, folks, for coming to the Plain Mundane Show. Please hit like and subscribe and ring the bell. I'm Alex Aquarius.